Okay, so the last video, I figured out how to get him to rotate while he's aiming, depending on the mouse position. But the problem was I didn't implement the walk animations. So right now when he's not aiming, the walking animations and the run animations work fine. But as soon as I aim, he can move and rotate to wherever the mouse cursor is, but there's no walk animations yet. So first, before I work on the real meat of this, I'm going to set up the basic animation first. So right now, this is the animation that happens when he's not aiming. So if is aiming equals false, and do this animation. Else if is aiming equals true, instead of doing everything in here, because this move function is getting pretty crowded, I'm going to create another public void called, let's call it aim walk. Let's call it aim animations. So if aiming is true, then I'll go aim. This will constantly be triggered as long as the left mouse button is pressed. So when the left mouse button is pressed, where is it? If attack input is true, then aiming is set to true. So in here, I'll go animator dot. So first I have to do if is running equals false, meaning if the right mouse button is pressed. If it's not pressed, and else if is running equals true. So the animator, I have an X float, X direction and Z direction. So for now, just for the basic setup, I'll just do the X direction, which is basically just this portion right here. X direction is set to 0.5f. But if running is true, this will be set to 1. And if he's not aiming, then I'll just set this to 0. Actually, no, that's not. Think for a second. I'm going to compile this. I'm just going to see what it looks like real quick. So if I aim, so as you can see, no matter which direction I'm going, he's just pulling the run animation, or the forward walk or run animation. And if I stop, he just he constantly plays the walking animation. So obviously I need to fix that. But first, in the script, I'm going to quickly create a condition if move input x equals 0, meaning there's no input in the x, the W and S key, and move input dot y also equals 0, so there's no input in the with the A or D keys. Then the animator x direction is going to be set to 0, and same with the Z. So I want to compile that. So if I play now, he should be, if he's not moving while he's aiming, then the walking animation shouldn't be playing. It's taking a long time. Actually, I forgot to put an else. So if input x and input y are both 0, then x direction and z direction, both of these are all set to 0. Else, I can do the regular animations. So play. So if I'm aiming, his legs only move if he's moving, which is good. But now I need to make use of all this other stuff. Like, right now it's only using this portion of the blend tree. So first I need to make some calculations. So within this aim animations function, first I'm going to copy and paste this. So I'll call this one move direction. Move, so we create floats. Move angle equals T-A-N, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Facing, sorry, direction dot x. Move direction dot z. The whole thing is multiplied by math f dot rad 2 beg. So I'm getting the angle that he's moving. So world space, it's 0 forward, 180 backwards. It's positive in this direction, so positive 45, positive 90, 135. Anything this direction is minus 90, or minus 45, minus 90, minus 135, and minus 180. So the movement angle, then now if we do the same thing for the direction that he's facing, so facing direction, vector 3, equals transform dot forward of the character, wherever he's facing. So where he's facing, the direction he's moving is two different things. And I'm going to copy and paste this. Call this facing angle. Facing direction x and facing direction dot z. So I need to create another float called let's call it angle equals facing angle minus move angle. So this basically it's or the direction that he's moving minus whatever he's wherever he's facing. So if he's facing, just say this direction, or sorry, he's moving in this direction, but he's facing, just say 45 degrees, then it would give us 0 minus positive 45, and the result would be minus 45. So either way, in the just say the forward and backwards, basically I'm trying to get the A value, whether it's 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, the absolute value. I'm trying to get the corresponding value of this graph. So 0 to 1, or 0 to 0.5 to 1, minus 0.5 or minus 1. So in the x direction, the equation that I came up with is this. I'm not going to explain how, it was more just trial and error. But in order to get the z, it's a little bit more complicated. Basically, the numbers are sort of flipped, so the 90 degrees is 0 here, but it's 1. But the 0 angle is 1 here, but it's 0 over here. So it's almost like the x direction is rotated like this way. So basically all I'm doing for the calculation is I'm taking this equation and subtracting it from 1, because the difference between 1 and 0 was 1, and 0 and 1, the difference is 1. For anything that's greater than 0, greater or equal to 0, I'm going to add a negative sign, and anything that's smaller than 0, anything up here, it's just going to be this without the negative sign. So I need to incorporate all this into the code now. That these equations also take into account like all the in-between values. So it's not just 0 and 45, it's also 0 in between 0 and 45, between 45 and 90, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to go into the script, and I need to add a couple more calculations. So the first one is x direction, float x direction is equal to, I'm basically just doing this equation right here, and it's 1 minus, in brackets I'm going to put math f, absolute value of angle, and that's going to be divided by 90. And for the z direction, I'm going to put this entire thing into brackets. Oops. And I want to get the math f, the absolute value of the entire thing. So I want to put that into brackets. And the entire thing is going to be 1 minus this entire thing for the z direction. So if there is some input, then the x direction is going to be, just say he's not running, then this is going to be x direction divided by 2, because these values are like the running values, so like 1 and like 0.5. So if he happens to be walking forward, then it's 0.5 forward, but if he's going 45-degree angles, then it should be 0.5 divided by 2, which is 0.25. So and same thing with the z direction. The z direction should be, let me think for a second. Okay, so if angle is greater or equal to 0, so 0, else if angle is smaller than 0, then for the z, it's going to be, if it's greater or equal to, then this is going to be minus. And if it's smaller than 0, then it's just going to be just whatever it is. So I want to copy and paste this. copy and paste the entire thing here. So if running is true, that means I'm just going to get rid of these. This divide by 2, it's just the regular value. The only difference is for the z, if angle is greater or equal to 0, then it's going to be a negative value. So I'm going to compile this, and I'm going to try this out. One thing that I forgot to change is these have to be z direction. So z, z, and then this one's x, z, z, and x. So compile. Does that compile? I guess it did. Okay, so if I hit play, oh, it's taking so long. Okay, so I'm moving around. If I aim, so let's just say I'm aiming this way. Oops. If I move backwards, the steps are backwards. If I move left, it goes left. I actually have the z, like the left and right, backwards. If I move forward, it looks good. If I go back, he steps backwards, but if I go right, okay, this is it's kind of choppy. I think the calculation is probably really heavy or something. I don't know. But it seems like these animations are flipped. So if I go here, if let's just say I set this in the positive. Oh, I see. So I'm thinking that the right is in the positive, but that's not the case for the blend space. In 3D space, the right is the positive direction, but for some reason in this blend space, it's flipped. So I need to go flip this around. So walk right has to be walk left. Run right has to be run left. Walk left has to be walk right. And run left has to be walk left. Oh, sorry, run right. Okay, so if I hit play again, I think that this script that I just created is really heavy or something because it's really choppy. So I don't know if maybe it wasn't such a good idea. I don't know. I'm sure there's some plugin that takes care of this, but I kind of wanted to figure it out for myself. So if I just walk around, it's all good. But as soon as I hit the left mouse button, he's going to point towards my cursor, as so. There we go. So if I move right, he steps right. If I move left, he steps left. If I put the cursor here and I move, if I press the W key, then he steps somewhere in between. So if I, let's just say I'm aiming this way. Okay, I'm extremely happy with this. Yeah, that's all I want to do for this video. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Please stay tuned because I'm going to work on this a lot more. I'm going to try and make entire levels, and I'll have it available on itch.io. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and please stay tuned for future videos.